Good morning, YouTube land. I hope everybody is well, getting ready for Christmas. It is a chilly afternoon here in Westminster. But I wanted to do things a little differently today. I wanted to talk about my fitness routine and what I do in fitness. I feel like I've been just showing you guys lifting and kind of egomaniac type stuff, which I'm not saying I'm not, but believe me, I'm trying to work on that, guys. I think we all are. But I think today I'd like to go over just a little bit more. I think I'm going to Sam Sulek today. And if anybody knows Sam Sulek, how he drives around and talks about what he's going to do and then he does it. I enjoy that dude. I think he's cool. I think he's too young to be pumping the juice. I think he's harming himself, and it's sad to see because he's such a cool kid. He's such a nice kid. He seems very genuine and down to earth. He's a beast. He's just a good kid, and I'm happy that he's getting the sponsorship that he's getting and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I think I'm going to Sam Sulek it today. But today I want to start with a Bible verse, because that's what we do here. God first. That's what we do. God first. Always. As you see, I'm wearing my Three Nails clothing. I love that brand. I think they're great. They have a great story, and they have a great their stuff is solid quality. And so yeah, I saw they liked one of my videos and I was all excited because I love their stuff. But anyway, Corinthians 6:19 through 20. Okay, all of you know this. You know what this is. Okay, this is powerful. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit? Right? How many times have we said our bodies are temples, but we don't treat them that way? Whom is in you, whom you have received from God. You are not your own. So, when we think about that, I'm going to start driving now. So when you think about that, this is not your body, right? This was given to you by God, and you need to treat it as such. You need to treat this as the gift that it is. And as everybody knows, I'm a recovering addict. I think a lot of people that listen to what I've been doing are recovering addicts. And by the way, thank you everybody. I mean, it's just been crazy. I've only been doing this a little over a week now, and I have close to 10,000 views and just 26 subscriptions, and you guys are just killing it for me. Thank you so much. Oh, and that reminds me, please subscribe, please, guys. I want to take this a lot of places. I want to help people in so many different ways, and I want to do it with the least amount of cost. Like, I don't want this to be about money, right? I really don't. I know that money runs the world, but I want this to be the least bit about money that I can possibly do. When and if I do ever start making money, I've already pledged 10% of it goes to my church, which is Grace Church Arata. Look them up. They're amazing. Pastor Rick, amazing. Not Rick Warren, but Pastor Rick, and they actually know each other, and I believe Rick, who's my pastor, is inspired quite a bit by Pastor Rick Warren. But anyway, so today I want to talk about what I'm doing. So I have recently found out I've had a lot of health issues. I don't know what it's been, but I've had a lot of health issues. I had a tumor removed from my brain 2.5 years ago. I've had COVID about 4 times, and the only reason I bring up the COVID thing is because I got sick, like every time, like really, really sick. Especially the first time. I got the original virus, and you got everybody on this channel can have your opinions, but it wasn't safe for me to get the vaccine. My doctor even agreed. My body's very sensitive and it reacts to medicines in not good ways. And I didn't want to be that one guy that got those bad reactions, the myocarditis, however you pronounce that, where the heart enlarges. I didn't want that to happen to me. It wasn't some political thing. I'm not here to fight anybody. I'm not here to stand up and, believe me, I'm a patriot. I love the USA and all that stuff. I grew up in the country of Wyoming and Montana, so I'm a good old boy at heart. Now I live in Westminster, so Colorado. I'm a city boy now. I accept it. But anyway, so the reason I tell you this is because I can't work out like I used to. I'm 42 now. I just got diagnosed with fibromuscular dysplasia, which actually has nothing to do with your muscles. It actually has to do with your arteries, and they begin to look like beads, and they become really fragile, or they become really hard. You could have aneurysms or strokes. Thankfully, I guess mine isn't as bad as it could be or whatever. So I'm still gonna work out. You can tell me you did not work out all you want. I'm still gonna work out. But I also don't want to die, right? So I'm gonna work out, but I'm also not gonna push myself to that point where I used to work out 6 days a week and just beat the heck out of myself. So now I work out, about 3 days a week. I do the push-pull legs routine, which kind of makes it perfect. I get to hit every piece of the body once a week. I wish I could hit every part of my body twice a week. I'm getting older, and I'm not going to stand on the stage, guys. It's not about that for me. But what I'm doing today is legs. I love legs. I hate legs. We all love and hate legs, right? Like, that's the worst, best day of the week. I luckily at my gym we have a squat machine. I have a bad back. I have a herniated disc in my L4. I don't know what it is. But so putting heavy weight on my back, I used to throw heavy weight on my back, man. Like, even now, if I were to throw 315 on my back, it would hurt, and it's just not worth it. Like, the ratio of risk to what do they call it? The risk of harm versus safety. It's not healthy for me to do it, so why do it? So we have a squat machine, which I love. Just wrap the band around my waist, click it into the machine, and I just squat, and it's all on my hips. And I get to hit the glutes, I get to hit the quads, depends on how I'm standing. I love that machine. So I hit that first, and then I do squats, but I do the front squats. So I put the barbell on my shoulders, and I don't go above 25 pounds on each side. I just won't do 135. I won't. Just too much on my lower back. And then I'll do 3 sets of that. And I actually enjoy doing that because I feel like I can do higher reps. And I feel like it smashes my quads more with the front squats and the higher reps. After that, I go over and do the leg press. I don't throw that heavy weight on there anymore. I know I did 405 for deadlifts the other day, but man, I was in a bad mood. I had to lift to get some stuff out of my head. And that's therapy, right? Like, that's what we do. But if I'm just going in and I'm working, this is what I'm doing. So I'm hitting the leg press. I'm throwing 3 to 4, maybe 5 plates on each side. I'm doing 3 sets to 10 to 12, and then I'm jumping on the leg curl, and then the leg extension. Just your basic leg day, right? And then I'm doing 2 quad or 2 calf movements. We have a calf machine where you're kind of sitting. It's almost like a hack squat, one of those hack squat machines. I use that, but my favorite is to throw some weight on the Smith machine and get one of one of the razors and throw it on your back like you're about to do a squat, but you do calf presses, right? That's one of my favorite exercises for calves. So I do two different exercises for the calves. Then that's it for legs, right? Like that's where I hit it. I'm done. Usually takes me about an hour and a half, sometimes two. If I'm having a bad day, I'm in that room for 3 hours just pumping it out, and that's where I get a lot of my stress out. That's where I get a lot of that aggression out. And I personally believe that it's healthy, and I will always preach that it's healthy, and I will always preach form. I am the epitome of what bad form is. I herniated my disc doing deadlifts 4 or 5 years ago. I literally popped my back. I lost control of the body. I thought I was going to be paralyzed. I dropped the whole. I was only doing like 315. I dropped the whole weights. I dropped the weights. My bottom half gave out. I heard a big pop. Scared the living heck out of me. And now I try to stay away from it, right? But when I get mad or I come in and I'm having a bad day, I'm going to throw some weight around, man. And I know 405. Some of you guys are like, oh, 405, I could hit that. That's what I bench. Well, good for you, man. Cool. Happy for you. This is what I do, right? And this is where I get my stuff done. I'm 42 years old and I have some health issues, man. So this is how I stay healthy. This is how I connect. And one of the great things that I think about working out, and this is why I wanted to record this, is the reason that working out, I used to hate those guys that worked out. And hate is a strong word, but I was kind of a little goth kid when I was growing up. I was not a fan of the jocks. I played basketball. I was a basketball player because I was tall. But that's it. Now, I'll tell you the reason I work out, guys. When I push weight up, that my mind tells me that I can't do it, but I get it up, that changes you. That bleeds into the rest of your life. When you do something that you believe that you can't do, it changes you. It really does. It changes how you see things. It bleeds into the rest of your life. And for me, it did. It bled into the rest of my life and started helping me be more motivated in the things that I did and everything else. It's like, oh my God, if I can throw the hundreds up in each hand and do dumbbell presses and like good quality reps and feel good about it and get that up. I used to be scared to do that, man. I would throw and that's on incline. Everything I do is incline when I'm doing chest. I don't like just laying flat. But that's my biggest one that was changed me. When I did my incline and I threw up those hundreds for the first time for reps, everything in my entire mind changed for me. About how I saw myself, about how I could do things, about what I could do. My life changed. And that's why I think that as people, as a community that of Christ, of addiction, that there's something more to working out and going to the gym than just being that big guy or trying to get fit or trying to, get that booty shot or whatever for Insta. That's a whole nother conversation to have. But it's a mind game. It's a therapy. It's a mind thing. It changes how you think. It changes how you see the world. Changes how you see yourself. And when you start looking in the mirror, sure, you can get to that place of body dysmorphia. And believe me, I do. I think I'm this small puny little kid that I was in 6th grade still. That's who I see in the mirror. And I got people looking at me that are like, what are you talking about? You're 6 foot 220. You you could play football. I don't see that. And so those are one of the negative things that comes along. But then there's those positive things that we have that changes us and gives us, like, we look in the mirror and you can flex and you can be proud of yourself, and some people make fun of that, right? Like that flexing, you get that horseshoe on your tricep and you got that pump in your chest and you're feeling it in your shoulders, and man, you feel good about yourself. And I don't know, there's something about it. And yeah, so I just want to say today that fitness should be a part of, I don't want to should on anybody. I'm not trying to should on anybody here, but man, guys, let's throw in some fitness. Start going once a week. Just pick up that 5-pounder, even if you have to, for 5 minutes. Just show up. Let's start doing something. See what happens. See how your mind changes. See how you evolve. I've been doing this 7 years now, and now it's not about how big I get. Before, I wanted to get big, and I did. I got really big. I got kind of fat too, but I got massive, and I was pushing some heavy weight, and I felt unbeatable. I was a monster. I felt like a monster. But then you start learning different things, and you're learning that's not what it's about, and things change in your mind, and you go through phases in working out, just like you go through phases in life, and phases through being a Christian, and phases of being in recovery. It's just like anything else, and you start eating better. You want to eat better. Like my food routine is so much different than it was before. It changes everything about you. It becomes a lifestyle, just like being a Christian, just like being in recovery. You know what I mean? Don't make your identity one thing. Don't make your identity a Christian. I mean, God first, right? But be a bunch of things, man. Be a bunch of stuff. Be good at a bunch of things. Push yourself, Anyway, that's my the more you know with a rainbow thing. I wish I knew how to do that. I'm not good enough at the graphics and the stuff yet, but if I could do the rainbow, I would do the more you know. If anybody remembers that. Did I just date myself? Anyway, I love you all. Thank you, YouTube world. God bless you, and let's go get this workout in. All right.